This video is kindly sponsored by FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot are a company who provide home office equipment with a focus on well-being, and they have sent me the BS14 ergonomic office chair. And I must say that I've been using it all week and I really, really like it. Featuring an ergonomic design, independent lumbar support, and a high-quality build, the BS14 promotes a healthy sitting posture by adapting to your body's natural movements and by offering biomechanical support. There are multiple adjusting components, including the adjustable tension on the back support, multifunctional armrests, and a versatile headrest. One particular feature I've been loving is the 8-degree forward tilt on the seat. This tilt encourages an open hip angle, alleviating lower back pain and promoting a natural upright posture. In the last couple of years, I've been suffering with back pain myself. Obviously, with the YouTube channel, I do a lot of working from home. And so when it comes to my back, it's incredibly important that I have proper support. If you'd like to check out FlexiSpot and potentially get a chair or something else for your home office setup, then head to their website. The link is in my description. They've got a whole bunch of offers happening for their FlexiSpot brand month. So make sure to check all those out. Thank you again to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. Now on to Madonna. Come on, girls. Do you believe in love? This is not what I expected this music video to be. Wow. Oh my God, this is stunning. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucen, and today I'm going to be reacting to more Madonna, your favorite music videos and live performances from the 80s and beginning of the 90s. Yeah, let's go. So just to explain a little bit more for people who've clicked on this video. Hi. So I did a Madonna Discovery video, which is basically like part one of Madonna's career, which went from 1984 to 1991. It basically kind of followed the Immaculate Collection. And I went through music videos and live performances from some of our most iconic things. But on that video, I had a whole bunch of comments of people asking for other songs from that period that I missed. And so I thought, oh, let's make it into a whole thing. Let's do a part two, your favorite stuff from that era and all the stuff I missed. Yeah. So let me go through the list for you. Holiday. So Holiday doesn't have a music video, but everything else is going to be visual as well. Borderline music video. Dress You Up live from the Virgin tour. Is it Isla or Isla? How do I pronounce? Okay, then we have the music video for La Isla Bonita, the Who's That Girl music video from the film soundtrack apparently. Causing a Commotion live from the Who's That Girl tour. We have the Express Yourself music video, which is directed by David Fincher, which is amazing. And the Oh Father music video, which is also David Fincher, which is crazy. And then we have Vogue from the Blonde Ambition tour. Love seeing a bit from that because that's an iconic tour. And then finally, Sooner or Later, live from the 1991 Oscars, which I thought would be a lovely capstone to this era before we move on into the rest of her career. Yeah, speaking of the rest of her career, over on Patreon, I've already reacted to erotica and bedtime stories, which you can actually check out now. All my videos that go on Patreon are completely uncut, so there are no cuts in any of the songs, so you can kind of listen along at the same pace or watch along, etc. Yeah, not only my first Madonna reaction and this reaction completely uncut, you can also watch currently bedtime stories and erotica, and Ray of Light will be coming out as well. I have actually already filmed it and it will be coming out on Patreon at some point soon as well. Yeah, so loads of Madonna content. I don't even know what's going to happen after that. One of my patrons, Drop Drac, is leading me through my Madonna journey. So once again, thanks to him for introducing me to Madonna and getting me to do all this stuff, because it's actually been great. So before we jump into the video, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to check out my other Madonna reactions if you haven't already. And make sure to like this video. Make sure to comment on this video. Last time I got you to list what your favorite Madonna songs of all time were, but this time I want you to list what your favorite music videos are specifically. What are your favorite Madonna music videos? Top 5. Please, in the comments. As I said before, if you want to check out the Patreon, the link is in the description. There's lots of different tiers you can get involved in. Basically, from £3 upwards, you can join in on the community and chat to me directly. There's a little chat thing going on in there where we like talking about latest music, and I'm chatting about all concerts I've been to and whatever. And people are sharing their own kind of creative endeavors as well, which is really cute. And so there's a lovely little community, as well as getting to watch all my videos with no cuts or anything. So, you get the full unedited situation. Right, let's get into it. First, we have Holiday. One of the comments was talking about Holiday and saying it didn't have a music video despite it being kind of her first hit. And so this is from 1983. We're doing Holiday. Everything else has music videos or live performances, don't worry. It just felt like I couldn't leave this one out, even though I have heard it before. But let's jump into it. And you know what I like? I like to do a bit of analysis, and I haven't actually ever properly sat down and listened to this song. So let's do it. Nice. It's got that kind of like fun in the sun, youthful kind of vibe that we have with Lucky Star. What a vibe, hey? And already setting herself up to be featured in like basically every vacation holiday related thing for the whole of the future, you know? Actually, it's funny thinking of it as a British person compared to what the American version of this would be. Because for us, it's like a vacation, you know? Coming together to release the pressure, yeah. It would be so nice. This song has been used in so many holiday adverts in the UK.
It's time to celebrate.
Yeah, I like the way that she's just like trying to encourage the listener to let go, you know.
We need a holiday.
This is an interesting song actually, because it doesn't have like a particularly obvious kind of change between verse and chorus, you know. It's kind of the whole thing is like hook upon hook upon hook.
Holiday.
Love it. It would be so nice. Cool. Yeah, classic. So this is like early Madonna. This is trying to break her out into the mainstream and having songs that feel youthful, frothy, really palatable. It seems like that was kind of really what their kind of angle was at the beginning of her career, like trying to break her out, trying to kind of create like this initial character, you know, which this kind of youthful freedom. But it's not just like in her performance, but it's like she's encouraging the listener to have that kind of youthful sense of freedom. And I think like in the kind of 80s, when it was like very highly capitalist obsessed kind of culture in the 80s particularly, like obviously we get Material Girl later, with this, it kind of makes sense for her to be encouraging the listener to be taking a holiday, to be having a break, to be celebrating, to be making the most of life. It's almost like it is quite kind of anti-capitalist in that way, but also very necessary. And so I can kind of imagine that the reception on this song would have been like needed, you know, especially it has that kind of summery kind of feeling as well. I can imagine this being like the song of the summer. Holiday. Up until now, I've only ever thought about this like as like going on holiday, which obviously doesn't make sense because she's an American singer. And so she'd be like, vacation. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because like, it's interesting to think that like British people probably relate to this song in a like completely different way to American people. Holiday, celebrate, holiday, celebrate. Like simple, catchy hooks, you know. If we took a holiday, took some time to celebrate, just one day out of life, it would be so nice. Everybody spread the word. We're going to have a celebration all across the world in every nation. It's time for good times. So it's kind of a real kind of platitude kind of feeling here where it's like everybody come together, everybody celebrate, trying to find peace between people in this one thing that we all probably need. It's a bit of a break, you know? Yeah, like very clear cut in terms of breaking her out into the mainstream. It was like no jagged edges, completely smooth, digestible, hooky, catchy, mass appeal right away. And it worked, you know? Yeah, cool. Right, let's go on to the next one. This is the Borderline music video. Okay, so I know Borderline, the song. Again, it was in Glee. It was actually mashed up with Open Your Heart. So my teenage ears get a little bit confused when it doesn't continue with the mashup. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I kind of know it, but like not like in its original form. But I've never seen the music video, so let's give it a go. So this is from, 1984? Cool, let's go. This imagery of her dancing with kids is such a thing, isn't it? She's at the skate park, dancing with the boys. Those skinny jeans, I can't. The fashion. I mean, she looks fucking fab, doesn't she? Won't let me be. Oh, cute. So it's like a bit of a behind the camera thing going on as well. Like she's a model for a photographer. missing all these bars. Over the borderline. This is such a good song, isn't it? It's such an interesting song because like the verses are almost like higher than the chorus. It kind of goes down into the chorus, which is very interesting. I'm not following the storyline. It's like a bunch of young teens having fun, but then she's also a model. That outfit is peak 80s. But she's on the magazine. She's so cool, you know? And just imagine being a teenager at this point and just thinking, oh my god, she's so fucking cool, I want to be her, you know? There's a bit of artistic independence here, isn't it? She's like, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. Interesting playing with the black and white, the colour actually. Wonder if that has any kind of relevance. Over the borderline. Yeah, it's like a young creative who just wants to be free of restrictions, you know? And then she fades away. Cool. Yeah, I love it. Like visually iconic, you know, really kind of like solidifies Madonna's kind of classic look and like really solidifies her as like a teenage idol, you know, boom. You know, you can just imagine, yeah, like being a teenager and just being like, I want to be her, you know, all the young gays and all the young girls, you know, she was just very cool. And like, I think in terms of like teenagers being fans of pop, you know, starting probably with rock and roll, with, you know, the Beatles and everything, teenagers being obsessed with an artist who their parents wouldn't like is kind of like such a big thing. And that seems to be really what she's keying into right on this song, is that like she's this teenager with a kind of rocky kind of attitude, the look, the leather jacket, the crimped out hair, the stilettos. And you can just imagine her just being an icon of parental fear. And I bet the teenagers were like, oh, she's the fucking coolest. I want to be it so much. So yeah, that's what that video really solidifies for me, is that kind of like that kind of teenage idol kind of vibe. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with the black and white and the like a little bit less like cohesive of a story as we got with Material Girl, which was around the same time. I'm not sure exactly the timings of these, but yeah, the Material Girl one seems to be like, okay, we've got like the storyline's a little bit more cohesive. I like how it plays between the kind of in color sections, which are like her real life, and then the black and white sections, which are kind of like her work as a model, it seems. But ultimately, she's already telling a story of like rebelling against the patriarchy immediately. You know, you've got a male photographer who's trying to get her to like wear things that she doesn't want to wear. And so she's kind of acting out and being like, and using like graffiti and like having her own artistic expression in that video as an act of rebellion against that kind of patriarchal photographer figure. And that really kind of spells out what her entire mission is as a pop star going forward, is rebelling against that establishment, especially in the face of sexism, you know? And so, yeah, it's really fascinating to kind of see that like visually told in a story here. Over the borderline. I think first off, I think it's really interesting that the verses are really major and really bright, and then the borderline, and the choruses kind of have this like slight more like a bit more kind of sonic darkness to them, a bit more minor, kind of calmer. It's interesting that like that's the way round it works, and that it works so well. Most pop songs have some kind of lift into the chorus, and so it's really interesting that this song actually kind of forgoes that kind of typical structure and goes into something different in the chorus, which is kind of lower. That element of it does set it apart more than a lot of her earlier singles. Like this is definitely like one of my favorite of her early singles, first era early singles, like because it does have more intrigue to it, and that verse melody is just so good. Something in the way you love me just won't let me be. I don't want to be your prisoner, so baby, won't you set me free? Just try to understand, I've given all I can, because you got the best of me. Borderline, feels like I'm going to lose my mind. You just keep pushing my love over the borderline. It's like you keep messing me around, you keep pushing me past the point at which I should be saying fuck off. You know, and this is her drawing the line in the sand, you know. You've pushed me over the borderline, and now I'm like, no, I'm not going to take any more shit from you. It like really is solidifying her persona, you know, this rebellion against a partner, rebellion against the industry, rebellion against like the patriarchy. Got somebody in the comments of the last video saying, wow, it's so interesting seeing the viewpoint of such an extreme left-wing feminist. And I'm like, maybe I just don't consider myself extreme. Actually, all I'm doing is talking about Madonna's quite left-wing feminism. Something in your eyes is making such a fool of me. When you hold me in your arms, you love me till I just can't see. Yeah, love me till I just can't see. It's like I'm being blinded by your love, you know, and you're taking advantage of me in that sense because I can't make any sound decisions because I'm getting caught up in the romance of it. But then you let me down when I look around, baby, you just can't be found. Look what your love has done to me. Come on, baby, set me free. You just keep pushing my love over the borderline. You cause me so much pain, I think I'm going insane. What does it take to make you see? You just keep pushing my love over the borderline. But she's still hanging on. But it's like such a relatable thing to kind of be like, especially at that kind of age, to be in a relationship that you know is like not actually working, but still kind of hanging on because there's almost like a promise of like something better. This partner is like teasing her, you know? It's like you keep showing me promises of what a relationship could be, and then you push me away, you know? It's, yeah, very relatable, but like really nicely put together as well. That's a great song. It's just a really good song. And yeah, I love how the video kind of spells out this like key part of rebellion, which is her even now, you know, all the way. Beautiful. Right. Cool. Let's go to the next one. This is the song Dress You Up, and this is live from the Virgin tour. Because we haven't actually, I don't think we did any tour video stuff last time, did we? It'd be really cool for me to actually see some of the stuff from the actual tours throughout this era, because this is like one of the things that she's known for is this like history of completely iconic tours. Like we've got one from the Blonde Ambition tour later on, which I know people still talk about now as being one of the best tours ever. And obviously more recently she's done the Celebration tour, which everybody was going mad about. So, you know, she knows what she's doing. And so, yeah, let's look at, I guess, her first tour, 1985. This is Dress You Up.
I went to New York. I had a dream. I didn't know anybody. I wanted to dance. I wanted to sing. I wanted to do all those things.
Okay.
I wanted to make people happy.
This is
They wanted
part
to be
of the
famous.
thing.
They
I don't know.
wanted to love me.
Okay, I don't know what that intro is about, but okay. Love the colours. The pink stage is great. At this point, she's two years into her career, and it's mad. Look at the whole crowd. It's crazy. The early dab. Oh, she's so sweet.
You've got style, that's what all the girls say.
Nice.
Oh yeah, all your suits.
She sounds great. Yeah.
That you really like.
Nice.
Gonna dress you up, my love.
Yeah. This is great.
Gonna dress you up, my
Love her like performing at the microphone stuff. It's great. Like it's almost like that microphone is an anchor.
touch of my caresses.
Gosh, she looks so good.
Kisses.
And she sounds brilliant, doesn't she?
Gonna dress you up in my love.
Gonna dress you up in my love. Love it. You can tell she's having the time of her life performing as well. Like,
From your head down to your toes.
great. Great. Oh my god. Her choreography's fucking on point.
Gonna dress you up in my love. Dress you up in my love. In my love.
She's got such energy on stage. She's a fucking star. Do you know what I mean? I think even from such a young age, you know, she's commanding that stage, you know, immediately. She's doing cardio and singing at the same time. God, those guys' outfits. I mean, all the outfits are pretty intense. God, more is more was really the, you know, the statement of the day. All the crowd are all dressed up in her outfits as well. Just from the jump. Love the edit on that version. Very fun. Yeah, look at that. just like from the jump, a superstar, you know, like her first tour. And she's just like out here having these huge crowds. Like everybody's already wearing all the outfits. Everybody's already fully locked into her as a superstar. And they just are obsessed, you know, and I mean, for good reason. She's just like a potent energy on the stage. You can tell that she's really enjoying it. You can tell that she's lives to be on the stage. You know, she has that kind of, that feeling in her. Yeah, there's no questioning who is the star on that stage, you know, and she is it in 1985 from the beginning. I really enjoyed that song as well. Like really energetic. And yeah, I love the energy in that song. Like perfect for a live performance as well. Like, and she just like, it just felt like the whole performance had that kind of bubbly feeling, you know? It just like, you can imagine just being there and just getting swept up in the whole thing. It's great. Can I dress you up in my love? I never heard that one before. Love it. You've got style, that's what all the girls say. Satin sheets and luxury so fine. All your suits are custom made in London. But I've got something that you'll really like. Gonna dress you up in my love. So the metaphor being, you might look all fancy, but the truth is that my love for you is gonna be fancier than all that shit. Let me cover you up with velvet kisses. Yeah, that's great. I'll create a look that's made for you. Gonna dress you up in my love. A great hook. Gonna dress you up in my love. All over your body. It's just really like, these early Madonna songs are just like, they really went in for the catchiness, you know, and it just, you know, worked. Hey, great kind of succinct pop lyric, you know, we've got a central metaphor being the fashion element. My love will elevate your look, you know, will elevate you as a person. You know, it's that's kind of the vibe of the whole thing, isn't it? Just in a way, a fancy suit might elevate you. So will my love, you know. Yeah, cool, great, love it. Right, let's go on to the next one. This is like probably the most requested one. Cue screenshots of comments. This is La Isla Bonita, the music video. I know this song, obviously, because it's very famous. Never seen the music video, and I'm intrigued to get into it, jump into it, and actually kind of do a bit of dissection on this one. So this is 1987. It's just like True Blue album, I guess. Oh, so this came after Open Your Heart and before Who's That Girl. So we're filling in the gaps here. Oh, it's the final single from True Blue. Okay, cool. Okay, lovely. Right, let's do it.
Last night I dreamt of
San Pedro.
with eyes like the desert.
Imagery, epic, natural beauty, and we've got the city.
All the nature world is free.
Very simple look.
La Isla
Bonita. This is just such a good song, isn't it? Like, it's just a genuinely brilliant song. Spanish lullaby. Gotta have some classic Spanish guitar. Oh my god, okay. Okay, we've gone full flamenco. She looks stunning.
tropical island breeze. This is where I long to be.
I bloody love this song. It's just so good, isn't it? I love the kind of multiculturalism that she's kind of focusing on in this song. It's kind of got that real kind of city thing. They're finding love and finding passion even in kind of, you know, it's a bit of a slummy kind of city, you know. It's about escapism, I think. Yeah. So we've got a lot of the Catholic imagery, which is obviously preceding like prayer.
Yesterday, not far away.
I love her hair there, like the proper slick back.
All of nature world is free.
Yeah.
And when the summer plays,
Oh, they're trying to get her to come out and party with them.
sing my eyes.
A Spanish lullaby. This is not what I expected this music video to be. I actually really, really like it.
The sun was set so high.
My hair's almost that long at this point. Love the story of that video. Really great. Your Spanish lullaby. Really, actually, unexpected music video for that. I kind of thought we were going to be leaning into the kind of beauty of the, you know, the island. But instead, it actually seemed to be speaking about fantasy. Because like that part of the city, there was loads of rubbish everywhere. You know, she was in this kind of tiny little bare flat, not having a great time in this like horrible looking apartment. It looks very hot, looks very sweaty. They're in the middle of the city, you know. She's singing about dreaming of this like beautiful fantasy place. In the video, for the most part, she's stuck inside, looking out the window, kind of feeling quite glum. And yet you've got these people who clearly, like, you know, they seem quite poor. Obviously, like, there's a lot of rubbish everywhere. It's quite a slummy kind of neighborhood. And yet they're having a great time. They're just there with a guitar, with each other. And there's a sense of, like, you know, the beauty within cultures who can just celebrate themselves and have a great time and let go of the hardships. And ultimately, they encourage Madonna to kind of actually leave her house and come and dance with them and just have a good time and forget her own worries too. And so for me, it kind of reads as like such a kind of like a reverence for like Latin American culture, you know, and actually multicultural, because like there were people from many different backgrounds in that video, but they seem to be like really grouping around the love for Latin American music, which is something that basically is like proved out in the years since, that actually there's something in Latin American music which is so beautiful, and it is about dancing, it's about rhythm, it's about letting go, having fun, you know, and there's so much beauty in that. I mean, obviously she's not Latin American herself. She's faced a lot of like cultural appropriation kind of comments in the past, and it's difficult to know where the line of like cultural appreciation and cultural appropriation actually begins and ends. But as we kind of said with Vogue, I think it is important when somebody has a platform like her that she uses it in order to promote the beauty of that culture. You know, it was the same with Vogue. It's trying to tackle negative stereotypes around the queer community. And maybe here it's about tackling negative stereotypes around multicultural communities in poor neighborhoods. You know, that really, that seems to be what it is, because there's a lot of stigma and stereotype that is like thrown, well, especially now, given what the fuck is going on in America right now, the crazy batshit insane stuff that's going on over there at the moment. There's a lot of kind of horrible stereotypes that are leveled at these people. And yet she's like, these people clearly don't have much, and yet they are happier than you are, you know? Yeah, do you know what I mean? So for me, it feels like she's saying, look, this is how beautiful it is when you have a multicultural community, you know? Yeah, this is community. Obviously, I can see both sides of the argument, but for me, watching that video, it feels like it's appreciation. Obviously, she does dress up in the flamenco outfit and everything, but it's like for her, it's like a personal escape, a personal exploration of Spanish culture as a way of finding freedom, you know? And yeah, that seems to be out of a true love for the genre. Let's have a look at the lyrics. Como puede ser verdad? I might have to go on Genius because I don't know what that is. How could it be true? Last night I dreamt of San Pedro. Just like I'd never gone, I knew the song. Tropical, the island breeze, all nature wild and free. This is where I long to be, La Isla Bonita. Is that a beautiful island, right? And when the samba played, the sun would set so high, ring through my ears and sting my eyes, your Spanish lullaby. I want to be there where the sun warms the sky, when it's time for siesta, when you watch them go by, beautiful faces, no cares in the world, where a girl loves a boy and a boy loves a girl. Yeah, so she's obviously been like quite affected by going to San Pedro and being so inspired by the beauty of the culture. Yeah, like the beauty of the music, the samba running through the air and everybody enjoying themselves and just loving life and appreciating life. It's like a verve for life, you know. And she's like back in her normal life, dreaming of that place where she went, where the sun warmed the sky. I love the poetry in that, you know, the visual, the feeling that you get. It's like she takes you to the island where people love life, people appreciate life. And it's just such a gorgeous feeling and reverence for that culture that she just puts throughout the whole song and throughout the video. And I love it. Yeah, it's the imagery for me, like the beautiful imagery. It just takes you there, you know. For me, it's like reminds me of being on holiday because obviously I live in cold, stuffy Britain. And so I totally get it, you know. It's gorgeous. I love that song. It's so great. And it's just gorgeously put together as well, like a really nicely crafted song. Right, okay, let's go on to the next one. So now we've got the Who's That Girl music video from the soundtrack of the same movie, apparently. Let's go. Oh my God. She looks great. Wow. Full on boy vibes, hey. Ooh. Interesting. I'm gonna guess that's clips from the movie, right? Gosh, she looks so good in that. So was she in prison in the movie? It's really interesting seeing like the kind of more like blonde, kind of Marilyn Monroe-esque kind of image of Madonna, and then this other version, this like real boyish thing that she's been really pushing. It's almost like a different life, you know? Gosh, she has such star power on screen, doesn't she? Like, I'm not sure what this other side of the story is about. Obviously, we have the movie stuff. Where is she now? Oh, okay. She's gonna get a fortune read or something. Tarot? The 80s effects are so funny. More of the Spanish in this one as well. I love that outfit. Boyish suit, trouser shorts, and then like the bodice. It's more of that kind of mixing up the gendered looks that she did so much in a lot of the iconic stuff from the previous video. Nice. I like that song. It's a nice vibe. Yeah, an interesting usage of the kind of movie footage. Obviously, she's done quite a few of these music videos that have featured footage from the movie that they're accompanying. But it looks as if she's the star in Who's That Girl? I never actually heard of that movie before. But like, God, like there's clips of her like running down the street, like being this like criminal. And just like, you can just see the fire in her as an actress. She's just got such an electric personality. Like even in just those like little clips, I could just see like, God, she must have just been so electric on screen, you know? I really, really feel that. And it felt like it was a story that involved almost like somebody seeing this character in the movie and being inspired by that character. The way that Madonna's like opening up the jewelry box and seeing elements of this movie, or looking in the reflection of the pond and seeing elements of this movie. It's almost like this character in the music video has seen the movie and is like inspired by the verve and the attitude of this character on screen and can't stop thinking about her, and ends up sharing that love with these other people. Yeah, an interesting storyline. It's kind of like, it's a bit random, but I do like it. Who's that girl? When you see her, say a prayer and kiss your heart goodbye. She's trouble in a word. Get closer to the fire. Run faster. Her laughter burns you up inside. You're spinning around and around. You can't get up. You try, but you can't. So it's like, you know how we were singing about how in Borderline, how she was like, you know, whipped up in the love for this other person, like so into this love for the other person that she was blinded by it and was making bad decisions. It almost seems like the tables have turned. I was going to say the turns have tabled, and how the tables have turned. And now Madonna is that girl. The character in that movie is that girl. She's like, she is the person you're going to fall in love with and not be able to see straight. So it's interesting, the comparison there. Quien es Nina? Who's that girl? Señorita más fina. I'm going to guess that means who's that girl? A more refined young lady. Okay. You try to avoid her. Fate is in your hands. She's smiling an invitation to the dance. Her heart is on the street. Tu corazón es suyo. Now you're falling at her feet. You tried to get away, but you can't. Yeah, so she's so blinding, so passionate, so beautiful that you're whipped up in her thing. Light up my life, so blind I can't see, so more of the blindness. Yeah, like she's such an exotic, beautiful, enigmatic creature that like you can't help but fall in love with her. And once you do, you're fucked. You know, you can't get up off the ground. Yeah, it really seems to be like a song that's like explaining this character, fully fleshing out this character that you see within those movie clips. Yeah, nicely done. Yeah, I like that song. Right, next one. We have got Causing a Commotion live from the Who's That Girl tour. Thank you, by the way, for everyone who commented. Let's click on this one. It says HD. Ooh, hello. I don't know where she is, but she's saying it in that language. Oh my God, she's got a treble. That's so good. Love that outfit. I'm obsessed with this treble. It's so clever. This kind of era, she's very Bowie in her movements, isn't she? And with the big suits and everything. I really love how she's adopting like a masculine presence in moments here, you know? got another fucking great song. They just keep coming, don't they? And this look at the moment is now iconic, isn't it? The corset with the suit, you know, it's just... Again, like, she's completely electric on stage. She just looks like she just loves it, you know? Oh. Nice. Causing a commotion is what she's been doing her entire life. Oh, she's got the the tassels on the boobs. Yeah. And you can see that she's a little bit older, a little bit more, like even more confident than she was in the first tour, you know? Like she's just all over. I love the way she moves her body. So much freedom. Oh, she's just so great. I just adore the freedom that she has in these live performances. Oh, yeah. She has got the moves. Yeah. Yes. Just the physicality of her movement here is so confident. Oh, I love it. Oh. Yeah. Got all the band of boys. It's so funny, isn't it? 'Twas the time. Oh my god. Hello. I'm obsessed. Love this breakdown. This is such a fun breakdown. I love it. Oh, we're in Tokyo. Okay. It's such like a Japanese audience for everyone to be clapping perfectly in time together. I think, oh, they're all on the treadmill now. Obsessed. I'm obsessed with the treadmill. It's so sick. Yes, bitch. Love that. Oh my god, so good. Obsessed. So good. Yeah. Really, just, I love the whole setup of that song. The outfit, just, oh my god. Just her movement. I felt like we got a lot of that from the, you know, the Express Yourself MTV VMAs performance, or the kind of the suit, the movement in the suit, the freedom that she has. But like, there's something about that particular performance there where she just purely just let go, you know, and it's gorgeous to see on stage. And she's just so electric on stage. It's honestly crazy, like, to see just how much physicality she has, and like, just, it's just stunning. I love it. Yeah. And the treadmill, the way she was using the treadmill, running up and down, letting it doing, and like letting it move her down and then moving back up and kind of playing with that was so great. The whole breakdown section with the, you know, everybody's got the moves, it was great as well. Like, just really, really enjoyable. Such an electric energy. Love it. And like, the first tour was great, but you could kind of almost maybe see that she wasn't quite as confident. Like, it was kind of a little bit more like it looked choreographed, you know, whereas this, like, it just felt like it was like her body was a conduit for the movement, you know, like the movement overtook her, you know. And I think that's what we love to see in live performance, is just people singing, like, in general, is seeing people overcome by the music, almost like they're not even in control of their own bodies anymore, you know. It's that freedom, and it's just all there, you know. I got the moves, baby, you got the motion. Love that. If we come together, we'll be causing a commotion. It's just very great. You met your match when you met me. I know that you'll disagree, it's crazy, but opposites attract, you'll see. And I won't let you get away so easily. You won't admit it, but you know it's true. It's not a secret how I feel when I stand next to you. So it's like, people who are a little bit like opposite, it's like an opposites attract kind of song. And she sees it and he doesn't necessarily see it, but she's like, No, when we get together, it's going to be electric. What works for me can work for you. We've got to make a compromise, and maybe then we can keep our love alive. And when it falls, we won't let it die. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. It's how you play the game, so get into the groove. I love that it's like we've got an overall kind of metaphor of dance, movement, commotion, energy. So let's just dance together, let's move together, let's grow together, kind of has all that kind of stuff to it. Yeah, fab, love it. Right, next one. We are going on to Express Yourself, but last time we did the VMA's version of Express Yourself, and this time we've got the music video, which is directed by David Fincher, which is kind of like, what? He's the director of like Fight Club and Gone Girl and like all these like thriller movies, like intense movies. So I'm very intrigued to see what his early work with Madonna is. We've got 2 music videos now with him as a director. So yeah, first is Express Yourself. Let's go. Okay, great. Come on, girls. Do you believe in love? Okay. Cinematic. So oh my God, okay. This is sexy as fuck, okay. This is so much grittier than I was expecting. Look at, they never last, no. I love the use of colour, like the green on her dress and the red and the blue, it's gorgeous. But we've got some sort of thing with her being this like aristocratic figure and then all the workers below, That bit where she laid down, her face was stunning. So if we got the downtrodden working class rebelling, what happens when you're not in bed? This is amazing. Visually, just really stunning. Gosh, she's so, like, the shadow is that she's like so thin, it's magical, dreamlike. Yeah. Oh, this is fucking amazing. So she's like almost like an inspiration for these men, right? So we've got emotional liberation and maybe literal liberation in the video. Yeah, it's like a female being the expression of what the men should aspire to, Gone, you might regret it. Oh my God. So she's a slave. Love that for her. Not. So we've got this megalomaniac kind of powerful man who's controlling all of these people, including her. What you need is a big, strong hand. I love just every image, every shape, every colour is thought about. It's beautiful. Think about the love he once had. This is amazing. I actually love this. It's just like game-changing as a music video. Very sexy. You know, you got to. I love the cat. Make him express we feels. Oh, the cat. He's got the cat. And they're going to free one another. Ooh. This is very sexy and stunning, but also kind of vicious. I hope they have a revolution. That's what we need. I don't want them to be fighting. I love it that, like, all these people having a really shit time and they're just like, fuck it. It's great. Without the heart, there can be no understanding. Wait. It came up in front of it. No.
Let me guess.
I don't want to watch that right now. I want to see what it said. Without the heart, there can be no understanding between the hand and the mind. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is the statement for the whole thing. What a cool music video. Literally like a movie. They've created this whole like dystopian society. We've got like fighting going on amongst the kind of working class people. We've got like a megalomaniac kind of guy looking over, having Madonna as a slave. Have like looking out at the poor people and, laughing about it. There's a lot of like metaphor, I think, to be taken out of that. In the previous reaction, we talked about how in Express Yourself, Madonna is trying to liberate men from the emotional suppression of like traditional masculinity, right? And like for me, it's like that overlord guy seems to be a figurative kind of representation of the patriarchy itself. And like all the men are like forced to do this labor. They're trapped, they're encased, they're covered in dirt, they're very sexy. And but like within the, they're the oppressed, and they've got this vision. Madonna who's there performing for them, I guess. To start with, I thought she was this kind of figure of liberation, you know, and if Madonna's saying, you know, you got to tell your man that he needs to feel his feelings and express his emotions, then her in this music video is that physical manifestation of that liberation. You know, she's there saying to all these downtrodden men, like, get up and express yourself. You know, she's there wearing the suit, but still expressing herself as a female and putting herself out there. And she's like, follow my lead, you know? I don't know, like maybe the moral of the story at the end is that she doesn't actually manage to free everybody, but she does manage to free one person, you know? And it seems as if like even the leader guy is like down, trapped within that kind of hellish society where people are fighting each other. And it's kind of, it's all very, very uber masculine. And yet this one man is freed with the cat in this kind of more feminine space that she occupies. And it's almost like she's managed to save one person, but everyone's still down there fighting. So maybe it's a statement on like, we've still got a long way to go, you know? That's kind of what I'm getting from all of that anyway. But yeah, stunning, absolutely stunning, like amazing. Like to take it to the step where you get a director like that to direct a music video and like do something just, yeah, like completely cinematic is just like next level for me. It's just amazing. I wonder if this is in response to Thriller. It might be, right? Because this is after Thriller, right? And so I wonder whether there's a bit of one-upmanship, you know, in this era in terms of like who can have the most cinematic music video, you know? But yeah, really beautiful. Just, yeah, absolutely visually stunning, and love all the story and metaphor in that as well. That's in contender for my favourite thing so far. But let's see what this next one is like. So we're now going on to Oh Father. And now this was a very, very, very requested one. Here's all the comments that requested Oh Father. Thank you guys for telling me to listen to this, because this was the one where when I read through the comments, I was like, oh, okay, I need to do another video where I listen to this one. This and the Oscars one, which I'm doing last, seem to be very, very key moments. And so, yes, this is the music video for Oh Father, another David Fincher directed video. Yeah, let's do it. Interesting. Ooh, interesting string sample. Okay, so we have a young girl dancing in the snow and the father. Ooh, love the strings. Holy figure father, okay. Oh God, that chord. Ugh. Oh, stunning. Love it. Stunning. Oh, okay, so the mother's dead.
You can get used to the tears and the pain.
Wow, I love the chords.
You never loved me. You can't turn me now.
Wow.
I got away from you. I never thought I'd
Oh, wow, this is really powerful. I wonder if this is an expression of Madonna's relationship to her father. Wow. Oh. This is stunning. Wow. Oh, shit. Wow. Oh, this is giving me chills. This is... yeah.
You never wanted to hurt me. Why am I running away?
Wow.
Maybe someday you didn't mean to be cruel. Somebody hurt you too.
Wow. Shit. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is stunning. She's walking away. Oh my God. Wow. Fucking hell. Oh my God, that was so powerful. Like, oh my God, I can't get over it. That was stunning. just everything about that. I just felt so like, like not only like how it felt so personal, how it felt like the song itself is beautifully written, gorgeous lyrics, like the really seem extremely vulnerable, but the music itself, the strings, the piano, and like the composition of it was so gorgeous, so unexpected, so beautiful. And then the music video so viscerally and powerfully creating this like narrative of like an abused daughter who manages to find freedom from her father and like managing to walk away from it all, you know? And maybe at the end, it seems as if maybe they had some sort of like coming together as adults, you know? It's just like, it's amazing. Oh my God. I'm not surprised you were all like, you have to listen, you have to do this one. Oh my God. It just stunning. Like, like, oh my God. Let's get into the music video. So obviously we have like, I don't know how like true to life this is. I've heard that like Madonna has a mixed relationship with her parents. I don't know when her mother died, at least within the context of this story. It's like a young girl whose mother dies and the father is so angry, like so angry. And it's almost like she grows up and seems to be perpetuating these connections with difficult, horrible men, because like then her boyfriend almost kind of mirrors the father in that way. And she chooses to leave the boyfriend. She chooses to kind of maybe break the generational trauma and actually leave that guy, go to the grave and maybe reconcile with the father. I think that seems to be what the story is about. It's like, yes, there's a lot of trauma in our past, and I'm hoping that as an adult I'll be able to get past that. And what she says, like, understand that you were hurt too, you know, to kind of understand as an adult like the traumas that actually affect all of us. And maybe it's the cycle of trauma. She's breaking the cycle of trauma, and yeah, it seems to be like with her and the father at the grave at the end in the future, maybe they're bonding over the loss of the mother, and maybe like she can come to forgive him for how he treated her, you know. But just like how incredibly viscerally that's portrayed through the imagery. I adored the moment. It's making me emotional thinking about it, with the shadow of the child. You know, it's like how that inner child is still there, is still like traumatized by what happened, but like the power and the rejection of that Madonna like shows in that video is just really visceral. It's really moving. I just thought it's so great. God, maybe I need to go back and watch some more David Fincher movies. I've seen Gone Girl and I've seen Fight Club. I loved Gone Girl. Gone Girl was amazing. I remember that time I was gooped and gagged. Oh, but just like incredible visuals, just stunningly beautiful visuals, but like really captures this like awe-inspiring sense of like drama, you know? It's just amazing. I want to watch it again. Let's check out the lyrics, because I feel like that's gonna enlighten even more. It's funny that way you can get used to the tears and the pain. What a child will believe. You never loved me. You can't hurt me now. I got away from you. I never thought I would. You can't make me cry. You once had the power. I never felt so good about myself. Seems like yesterday I lay down next to your boots and I prayed for your anger to end. Oh, Father, I have sinned. It's really interesting, the kind of parallels between her singing to her father and to like a religious kind of like a priest or something. Obviously there's that is within the visuals as well when she goes to the church, and then the priest that's like over the mother. Oh, the other thing was the sewed closed lips of the mother's body. The mother was a victim too. The mother was not allowed to speak out about the truth. The secret that's burning inside of me, you know, the mother was not allowed to share that before she died, and she died with that secret. That's, oh my God, that was, what was it? What was that song? You'll tell me in the comments. But yeah, from that previous song, like, it's almost like the mother has died with the secret still burning inside of her. And Madonna's like, I will not let that happen to me, you know? You never wanted to live that way. You never wanted to hurt me. Why am I running away? Maybe someday when I look back, I'll be able to say you didn't mean to be cruel. Somebody hurt you too. Wow. You can't hurt me now. I got away from you. I never thought I would. Oh, God. If that's a reflection of her own relationship with her parents, like, I don't know, it kind of explains a lot of her other artistic choices, you know, the way that she views masculinity, the way that she sees the kind of macho, patriarchal, toxic masculinity as like a blight on our society. You see that so much through everything that she does is all about liberating men emotionally, liberating women in the, in the context of the patriarchy, and you can see where it's come from. If she was like, had such a difficult, potentially abusive relationship with her father, you can see how that would motivate her to try and change things for other people, That's really powerful. But I think the thing that just really gets me is the way that she chooses to be the better person. Obviously in the lyrics, she says like, I hope that one day we'll be able to like bury the hatchet type thing. But in the music video, the visual seems to be showing that is the choice. That's where she wants to go, because actually, in order for her to actually break this cycle of passed down familial trauma, she needs to be the better person. She needs to break that cycle. She can't just run away, ignore this person, and then end up passing that message down to her children. She needs to be able to bury the hatchet, forgive, and move on, and actually try and make the world better within her own future, as well as like projecting that statement out to the world as well. It's amazing. Phenomenal. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. It's amazing. Just the cinematics of the video as well is just stunning. Now, I get it. I can understand why you were all like, you need to do her father. You need to do it. You need to do it. Yeah, that's amazing. I can, like, so many of you said it was your favorite song in your top fives as well. So I'm like, okay, I get it. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go on to the next one. This is Vogue from the Blonde Ambition tour. And now the Blonde Ambition tour is like famous for being like, one of the most iconic tours in history. And so I thought I have to watch one of the performances there. And let's do Vogue again, because obviously we did VMA's Vogue last time, but let's do another. They're very excited. I bet they're very, very excited to see her do Vogue. I've enjoyed doing these like concert tour videos because it kind of puts everything into real world context a little bit more. Oh my God. Look at that headpiece. Wow. Ooh, is that like the Sistine Chapel or something? Or Da Vinci, or I don't know, classical artwork.
Strike compose.
Yes, bitch. A much more kind of refined approach in this performance style compared to the last one. Much more controlled, simmering.
It's everywhere that you go.
I like it's a slightly alternate arrangement. It's retaining the tension. Get away, it's on the dance floor. Come on, Vogue. Yeah, I love this different arrangement. This like live arrangement of it is really good. The movement is so controlled. It's almost like Fosse-like style, isn't it? But obviously there's the inspiration from the ballroom style as well, I just love how much tension she just holds within her body. It's like a different style of performance to the previous stuff, but like really powerful in its own right, Come on, Vogue. Yeah. This live arrangement is really sending me. I love the way the tension is building. Bumping, grinding, get up on the dance floor. Yeah, and here we go. We have a bit more freedom, physically, choreographically. The lights, the music, everything. Release the tension.
Beauty's where you find it.
Yeah, fierce. On the cover of a magazine. Oh, I love that she literally brought the dancers from New York, from the ballroom itself, Strike a pose, there's nothing to it, Vogue. Mic is on, as they say. Move to the music. Fabulous. I mean, doesn't let you down, does it? What a performance. You know what? I loved about that in particular was the rearrangement for the live version. You know, so many artists will like go on tour and it's almost like an obsession with recreating the recording. It's never going to be as perfect as that because it just isn't. It's live, you know? And actually there's so much beauty in it not being perfect. That is why we go to live music, you know? And I feel like they've embraced that in this version of Vogue where it's rearranged so that it's subtly rearranged. So it still does feel like the original, but it's rearranged so that the tension is palpable, you know? You can see the tension in her body, the tension in the choreography and the performance, but also within the music, it purposefully holds that tension and doesn't give you the satisfaction until the final bit, or like the final bit before the spoken section, and then you kind of almost have this like extra rolling kind of finale feeling to the end of it, you know. And it's just masterfully put together, the way that it kind of holds the audience. You're like live in the audience, you have this anticipation for Vogue, you know, Vogue's gonna come at some point and you're there ready to see it live, and it starts and you're like, oh my god, it's Vogue. And she holds you there. It's like she grabs that level of excitement and keeps that tension. She doesn't go into the full choreography, the full open, you know, fucking composition, you know. It kind of retains the tension for a really long time and then lets it go. And in that way, she's thinking about how the live audience will react to a live version of Vogue, and doesn't just give them a pre-recorded version of Vogue. She takes it an extra step higher and makes sure the audience are taken all the way through the song and give them just that euphoric feeling by the end, you know? So sick. This is like the best live music for me, is the people that like know it's live and so therefore create something that is even better because it's live, you know, like, yeah, fab, really, really great. Choreography is on point. I love the way that it's much more tense in her choreography, and then she chooses to then let go a bit more later. It kind of, in comparison to the other ones we've watched today, which are kind of just loose and free from the beginning, which is great, but this one has a bit more of an artistic viewpoint, you know. It's like, we want to retain that tension, we want to retain that poise, you know, and then when we choose to let go, we let go, you know. And that's what all about like that style of dance is about, you know. It's all about like control, poise, perfection, let it go, crazy shape, move on, you know. That's kind of what the style of the choreography is all about, that within the ballroom style dance, and then it's extended into what Madonna's doing with Vogue, you know, that feeling, that's called the tension. Have a shot every time I say tension. Cool. Right. Okay. Before we go on to the final song, this is a shout out to my patrons. Thank you everybody on Patreon who supports me. You make it possible for me to do what I do. And I will never be able to say thank you enough. So thank you. Just add it to the pile of thank yous. Yeah. So all the names are coming up on screen now. If you want to join in on this beautiful community that we have going on over on Patreon, you can do. The link's in the description. You can join in on multiple different tiers. We have the first tier, the Crying Club itself, is the £3 tier, and that's where I react to new songs, music videos, live performances, the ones I make for TikTok and Shorts. Basically, the uncut versions of those videos will go on Patreon on the £3 tier. Then on the £7 tier, that's where you get the full album reactions. So you get my proper in-depth deep dive videos like this one, and there's bonus album reactions every single month that are exclusive to Patreon and don't make it anywhere else, including erotica and bedtime stories. And then on the upper tiers, you can then actually request songs, you can request artists, discovery reactions, and full album reactions from me. So there's loads of ways to get involved. If you just want to get involved with the community, you can just, you know, jump into the bottom tier. But yeah, it's all there. So yeah, make sure to check it all out. And thank you again to everyone who's coming up on screen. Your name will be in the video too if you go onto Patreon. Cool. I think I've given myself enough time to put like 175 people on, because apparently there's 175 of you this month. It's crazy. So it might still be rolling. But it's amazing. It's been so lovely to kind of expand the community. So yeah, if you want to join in, don't miss out. Right. Let's go on to the final one. A lot of you are very excited about me reacting to this particular song. This is Sooner or Later from the 1991 Oscars. Oh, very Marilyn. Okay. Ooh. Oh, so Marilyn. This is like the proper Material Girl version. Oh, interesting. Wow, she just has such stage presence. It's just ridiculous.
Sooner or later you gonna
Back to the audience. Oh,
Sooner or later you gonna be fine.
wow.
I always get my mail.
Yeah. Oh,
Sooner or
the fact she started backwards is so iconic.
Sooner or later there's nowhere to hide.
Yes, bitch.
Let's settle the matter. Get my man.
What a powerful figure.
Insist, babe, the champ
Yes.
likes me. The more you resist, babe, the more it excites me. And no wanna kiss again. If you're on my
Also, it's literally just her. Like, it's just her.
when I get a yeah, I'm counting to 10, and then
With one glove on.
a girl can get awful in the spotlight.
Oh,
I'm gonna love you like nothing you've known.
wow.
I'm gonna love you and you alone.
There's so much pain in her performance as well.
But lover,
Oh,
I'll have a
wow. Oh,
my man.
oh, 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 oh.
Talk to me, General Schwartz. Tell me I'm
Tell me all about it. Yeah. Fucking bravo. Jesus. Wow. What an icon. Fucking hell. And there goes the second glove, finally. What a fucking icon. Like, completely iconic. Completely. Like, just, oh my God, to kind of go out there in front of like all these stiffs, you know, we're kind of in Oscars mode. It's all very like, oh, you know, we're all very like well-to-do, whatever. And to just kind of dirty it up in such a powerful way that kind of speaks about like women in the spotlight, like the way that women in the spotlight can be driven to madness. You know, it seems to be like partly what the song's about, and the way that the way that her performance expresses that is just so amazing. Like it kind of starts off kind of a bit like but then it just gets wilder and more painful, and she just expresses that feeling in that performance just so well, almost like she's been trotted out to perform for all these men, but the tragedy at the center of that is so powerful within her performance. You know, the way that she's almost kind of unhinged, and the way that central section went kind of quiet, sad and dark, you know, and it, you know, the fact that she's kind of doing the Marilyn Monroe impression, but painting the tragedy within that as well is just so powerful. You know, anyone can come out and just do all the Marilyn Monroe isms, but to understand the true tragedy of Marilyn Monroe and to try and represent that through a performance at something that is like emblematic celebration of how brilliant Hollywood is it's such a powerful move. It undercuts the entire establishment of the Oscars, you know, by saying this is your emblematic star. This is the person that you hold on a pedestal. She fucking died when she was young because of what the industry did to her. That's what that performance grabs for me, is that like, yeah, she's like shining a light on the tragedy of it, the kind of manic energy in that. You know, it's really just very, very powerful. And oh my God, what? Just like, you can't take your fucking eyes off of her. She's just magnetic. Sooner or later, you're going to be mine. Sooner or later, you're going to be fine. Baby, it's time that you faced it. I always get my man. Sooner or later, you're going to decide. Sooner or later, there's nowhere to hide. If you insist, babe, the challenge delights me. The more you resist, babe, the more it excites me. And no one I've kissed, babe, ever fights me again. If you're on my list, it's just a question of when. Counting to 10 and then I'm going to love you like nothing you've known. I'm going to love you. And you all alone. Sutra is better than later, but lover. I'll hover. I'll plan. This time I'm not only getting, I'm holding my man. Yeah, so in the past, she's gone men and lost them. And then, but at this point, she's like, I'm getting and holding on to it. I think like the character within this song is this kind of like almost like stereotypical kind of portrait of a kind of psychotic woman hunting a man down. That's kind of a Hollywood trope that's very anti-feminist, that really paints women out to be like conniving and manipulative and like something to be feared, you know? And she's kind of singing this song that's kind of from the perspective of a woman like that, but like undercutting it. It's like she's saying there is tragedy in this character. There's tragedy in the very fact that this character is a perpetuated stereotype, you know? And so she chooses to do a performance that is on that kind of manic edge, but makes you understand maybe there's a reason this woman is on the manic edge, you know? Maybe it's not her fault. Maybe someone has driven her to that, you know? I think it's really powerful how she makes you like question these things and makes you question these stereotypes, you know? All the time she's undercutting and forcing you to contend with your preconceived notions of like feminine characters, feminine tropes, you know? Oh God, it's just so amazing. And like, the thing is like Madonna is emblematic of that kind of American dream feminine idol. She is the idol. And yet she died in tragically young because of the industry, you know? It's just, it kind of really makes you think this is all fucked up, you know? And I think that's what Madonna wants us to think. Wow. Just wow. I was blown away the first reaction. I've been blown away by all the subsequent albums. And now I'm blown away again by this. Like I kind of didn't realize there was so much more. There's so much more to be dug into from this period, you know, all the way from like iconic songs, Borderline, Holiday, brilliantly written, catchy pop songs that broke her through, but also started representing, like really getting at this rebellion from an early kind of place, developing into an incredible live performer who has so much energy and passion and star power on stage that just can't be she's overtaken by the music, and then twisting it into more of an artistic progression in the Blonde Ambition stuff, where it's like, this is how I'm choosing to represent myself artistically. More storytelling within her art. I mean, the storytelling is so key with the David Fincher music videos, the power, the cinema, the stories that she's telling, the incredible vulnerable stories that she's telling, but the incredible visual and sonic power in those as well. And then here on this last performance, it kind of feels like such a capstone because she's really putting up a middle finger directly into this establishment, you know, and it just feels like, yeah, such a powerful capstone on this era. And then we move forward into artistic genre defining, boundary pushing Madonna in terms of music. Because I think up until this point, maybe Vogue is kind of the first song that's kind of sonically really pushed the envelope, you know? And that for me is what Bedtime Stories Erotica into Bedtime Stories into Ray of Light captures, like really pushing the boundaries of what pop music is. Amazing. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if there's any other things I should be reacting to. And also make sure to put down your recommendations for Madonna reactions for future music, obviously 90s onward. I'm going to be continuing my Madonna journey into the future. I know that Drop Drac on Patreon has got like a bunch more stuff planned for me. So I'll be going through his bits and moving bits and stuff over to YouTube. I'm planning to edit Ray of Light for YouTube. I think that one is one that needs to go onto YouTube and that will do well on YouTube particularly because you know what the algorithm is like. But yeah, let me know what is your key stuff that I should be reacting to. Great. Really hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it once again. Cool. Right. See you later. Bye.